Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? So, I felt inspired to run Journey today because the last time I ran the game, I picked up what is called the Transcendence Cape, which is a white cape accessible if you catch all the glyphs in the game, which, thanks to the assistance of somebody else, I did. So what I'm kind of curious to do, if I can actually get everything running properly, is see if I can duplicate. Because the last time, the player who helped me was terribly kind. So I feel it is in the spirit of the game to try and assist the next person. And I am not greatly encouraged here. Because I don't have the white cape. So I will have to go about this the long way, I guess. So I guess at this point I have to go to the chapter control point and see if I can get the white cape again. This is rather irritating. I thought that I would have the cape at this point, but apparently I don't. Alright, so let's head for this point, which is the point where you can choose the chapter, I think. See what I can do. I am slightly irritated by the fact that having gone to the trouble of getting the white cape, otherwise known as the Transcendence Cape, I don't have it. Still, not too bothered at this point. Apologies. In principle, I do know how to get the white cape. I just have to head over to here. Is it here? Yep, it's here. And I just have to wait for a while. Until the ribbons change colour, which strikes me as being a slightly inconvenient way of doing things. And I will be profoundly irritated if I can't get it. Yeah, to be honest with you, this takes entirely too long. You can tell from the glyph suppository here that I have them all, so I just have to wait, in theory. Oh, good grief, this is silliness. Why is it that they can't have made this a little bit simpler? I have no idea why I have to wait for so long. Nope, still not done. Good grief, people. How long do I have to wait? I mean, I've literally got the cape. Okay? Anybody watching my last live stream will have seen this. Sorry, the last live stream that was Journey will have seen this. But this is so totally daft. They have to wait so long. I'm sorry. Whoever came up with this is completely daft. Why does it take so long? I had some advice last time on how to make sure I would get and keep the cape, which I followed, which included restarting the game, and I still had the white cape. Going to the broken bridge, had the white cape. This time, oh, this is silliness. I'm sorry, but this is simply ridiculous. I'm very tempted to take a break for a few minutes while this just cycles through its whatever it's doing. Whoa, what just happened? That is new. Yeah, please, just... Oh, for heaven's sake. Look, I've got all the glyphs. It says so here. So why do I not have the ability to change my cape? I mean, the whole point of this live stream was to rerun Journey with the Transcendent Cape, but this game appears to be determined not to let me do it. Now, it does, I grant you, take a while to change your cape from red to white. But I'm sorry. This is sheer stupidity. I mean, for heaven's sake. You can even see on occasion that I've got the cape, but the game seems insistent on not letting me have it. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let this cycle for a bit because I have no choice. I wanted to run this as a white cape, and the game apparently is insisting that I wait a long time. Alright, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have to leave this and see what happens when I get back. So I will see you all in a few minutes. And I'm terribly sorry, but this blasted thing is not working as it is supposed to. Yep, no, never mind. Well, I'm back, and this is still going on, so I don't have the white cape. Oh, this is ridiculous. Is this a bug? Or is this a feature? I do not know. Ah, got it. Okay. Right, so what am I doing? I am now going to try and run through the game. That was profoundly irritating. With apologies to everyone who was probably yelling at me. Now, as I recall, there's one here. So that's 2. Hang on a second. I just need to check something here. Yeah, I'm gonna cheat. Left side, they say. I've got those 2. Where's the other one? Left side. It says here. Nope, don't want to go there. Hang on. It says Rocky Tower in the hub area. Don't remember this one specifically, but okay, so it says that the wiki actually says left side, and I don't see it. I've got 1, 2. Where's the third one? How can I help people, which is my goal here, when I can't even find the third one in this region? The good news is that you regenerate far more quickly with the white cape than you do with the red one. So that's where I need to go next. But it says left side, follow let's try and see. The good news about this cape is it does self-regenerate. But still, I am not seeing the other glyph. It actually says, according to the cheat sheets, on the rocky tower in the hub area, this symbol is hidden on the left side. Follow a trail of rocks to find it. Sorry. I know I found it before. Where the heck is it? Well, I can spend all day trying to find it, or I can just get on with the game, I suppose. If you haven't seen the cape in Sky, Children of the Light, it looks a lot better than this. Heck. Welcome to Broken Bridge. This is the point at which you can meet other players in the game. And apparently I'm not going to be so lucky. So apparently there's one over here. In fact, I can see it. Now I know there is another one hidden, sort of, between two sandfalls. I just need to find the sandfalls. There it is. That's the first time I've met another white cape in the game. Well, along with me being a white cape. I've met white capes a few times in the game. And so I guess at this point... Oh, there's the other one. It's over here, ain't it? I could see it. This other person probably knows where it is. The companionship in this game is, by the way, a great attraction to it. I have found it very heartwarming, the number of people who have assisted me playing this through. It is a lot easier, I will tell you, playing this as a white cape than as a red cape so far. Where am I? Terribly sorry about that. At the end, they will tell me what their name is. At least their Steam name. Last time I did this, the person I've met actually found my live stream, which was terribly fun. You see, I think this looks like a very foreboding personality. I don't think they're approving of what you're doing. But, you know, I don't think they're mentoring you per se. To me, they look like they're just sitting in judgment over your progress. Which is what I said last time, so I should try and find something else to talk about. Now, there is one thing I have not gotten from this region, which is hidden. What is it? The hidden desert rose. So I will try to find that. So here apparently is the trick. Go straight towards the mountain until it emits a couple of lights, and one of them will take you to a hidden secret or something like that. Now, if you're wearing a red cape, having a scarf as long as this is much harder to achieve, simply because you start out with the white cape as being A, self-regenerating, and B, a longer scarf to begin with. And I do want that Steam achievement. So is that one of the lights? And I can't tilt the camera up hard enough to see, which is a little bit irritating. Don't think that's it. Because apparently, if you proceed far enough towards this thing, it will release two lights. One of them will lead to another glyph. The other one leads to a secret. And it's not doing it right now, which is a little bit awkward. Okay, let's go find our friend. There are two glyphs around here. One is far on the left side, and as I recall, the other one is far on the right side. And then you have to follow... Nope, that's not it. And can I even be bothered? You know what? I'm just going to follow my friend here. Because sometimes it's just nice to have company. Now I happen to know there's another glyph around the side. I think it's down here. Nope, I'm wrong. This person must be profoundly irritated with me. I am terribly sorry, whoever you are. Here we go. I knew that was there somewhere. I guess this is just going to end up being a straight run through. Where are they? Let's go see if we can meet up with them. With apologies to that person, because I know I delayed them. I've missed, oh grief, at least 2 glyphs and a secret in the desert. This is my first time running with another white cape, to be honest. And I'm going to assume that this person has far more experience than I do. Missed it. There's another glyph back there, and I'm pretty sure I missed it. Yep, I did. Drat. That is plain silliness. Moderately sure I missed it. There's supposed to be a jumping off point to the left, and I'm pretty certain I missed it. It doesn't really matter. In the end, in this game, it's the journey that matters. And that sounds silly, but nope, really, it's the journey. You know what? I might not have missed it. Let's see. The basic rule is keep left, and you will see a promontory . Oh, not this one. Hey! You know what? Guess what? It may not matter. To be honest with you, I don't care anymore. Maybe next time. To be honest with you, it's just nice having a bit of fun with another white cape. Yeah, definitely missed it. Ah, that's okay. I can live with that. To be honest with you, I have always had the feeling that people in this game who are at least white capes, they've got to be genuinely nice people. I like to think that, regardless of whether or not it's true. Because every white cape I've met has been genuinely helpful. And I don't see why you would continue to replay the game unless you were a genuinely helpful person. But maybe I'm naive, although at my age I doubt it. And this is where you start finding the Guardians, of course. And I'm actually actively looking for that, because I remember this one. Now there is another one here. I'm just not sure if I remember where it is. One is atop one of the sort of jellyfish type things. There we go. The other one is somewhere else, which I can't remember. Yeah, almost certain I missed one. It doesn't really matter at this point. Unless you want to compare lengths, which I'm not even going to get into. Yep, that's the Guardian introduction, which will normally, if you're not used to it, give you a few moments of sphincter relaxation. They can't kill you, but, you know. Getting past them with a white cape is so much easier. And this bit is pretty much scripted because regardless of what you do, you end up at the end of the hall protected. Although it has to be said that was a much easier experience than usual, so hang on a sec. Oh, sorry. I once had the opportunity to, actually last time, to talk to the person who helped me get the white cloak. That was a very nice experience. Now there is a hidden curtain around here somewhere which I can never remember where it is, but it's not that important at this stage in the game. How did they do that? Now somewhere around here there's a hidden curtain. Not there apparently. And I really need to learn this so I can help others. Oh, not there. And not there either. And did they just go and leave me? I think they did. I can't find them. I've said this before, but I wish the sky version of this cape properly replicated the scarf, so that the more flight levels you had, the longer your cape, but they don't do that. I think that would be a nice flex. I know, not everything is about the flex, is it? Oh, there they are. Didn't show up on my screen. Could be a different player, to be honest. I remember last time actually, I was recorded as having met 4 different players. I was not aware of that at the time. Hi Pep, how you doing? I just wanted to run through Journey with a white cape. Took me forever to get the white cape back, but still, here I am. I have no idea what you mean by a 4-tier cloak. As far as I'm aware, you just get red cloak or white cloak, but still. Oh, well, yes, at least. So, assuming then that whoever this person is... Oh, I did not know that. Oh, well, I'm still a new player. I think I've maybe played this 4 or 5 times, so... This time I just wanted to play through with a white cape. And in a way I'm a bit of a cheat because you helped me get the white cape last time, so, you know. Oh, both of you! Huh. How you doing, people? This is relaxing after this morning's live stream. Now, this morning's live stream compared with Journey, that was stressful. $225? No, closer to 230 in-game. And on the long dark, and I came so close to just dying, and I managed somehow not to. And yeah, it's worth watching, by the way. If you like stress and casual relaxation, yeah, don't watch that live stream. I thought I was going to die. As for whether I did or not, you have to watch it. But let me put it this way. In the long dark this morning, I set out to travel to reload my ammunition. I made a mistake there. And all went well. Up to a point. And then everything turned into a minor nightmare. We're talking freezing blizzards. I didn't have a way of sleeping with me, which was irritating because I thought I did. And then I decided, you know what? Let's see if I can actually survive. Which led to me trudging through a blizzard. Now don't forget, this is permadeath, alright? If I die in the game, I don't get to continue the game. I have to restart. So, I decided to trudge through a blizzard in the night, trying to find my way back to where I knew I could find shelter. And in the process, I ran across a very angry and irritated wolf and a black bear. And in fact, I got attacked and mauled by the black bear. So, if you want to find out what happened after that, you need to watch the live stream. Oh well, I will. Yeah, that was a very intense live stream, I guarantee you. It was probably the most intense live stream I've ever done. Making my way with flares and nothing more than sheer testicular fortitude. And, oh well, I'm going to die. Let's see if I cannot die. Let's see what happens. Yeah. That was surprisingly good. It was a very good live stream. I mean, my goodness. As to what happened, well, you'll just have to go and visit the last half hour of the live stream. Because just when I thought I was safe, I was not. Oh, they're doing the whole go up to the... Yeah, don't need to do that. Come on. Yeah, it was a very tense and entertaining live stream. I think it was probably one of my best. Yes, that one. Yep. Okay, this never happened to me before. Well, that was just plain silliness, yeah. Yeah, no, check the last hour. If you find me trudging very depressingly through total darkness, if you come across the bit where I'm mauled by a bear, that's too early in the dying process. I never fell from there before. That's my first time. That is profoundly irritating. No, but the main problem with my experience this morning was I thought I had my bedroll with me. If I'd had my bedroll with me, it wouldn't have been a problem. It turns out I did not, which is teeth-grittingly irritating, because I could have sworn I had my bedroll in the game, but I didn't. So I ended up in the ravine in the middle of a blizzard. I found the cave, but I didn't have a bedroll. Otherwise I could have simply lied down and carried on the next day. But I didn't have the damn bedroll. Oops. And so I, in the end, decided, well, if I'm going to die, I will do my best to survive. So I walked all the way back through the ravine, down the coastal highway, to where I knew there was a bed that I could sleep in. Well, the correction, a car. And trust me, that was not fun. I ran across a bear, a wolf, complete with glowing eyes. That I managed to scare away. Then ran across a bear, which I knew was there, and in fact its presence told me I was going in the right direction. And then I got attacked by the bear, got mauled, recovered, repaired myself, got attacked again by the bear, managed to shoot it enough to leave me alone, and continue. So seriously, you just need to watch the video. It's one long, unending era of oh my goodness, this game is trying to kill you, as one of my subscribers said. As for what happens at the end, yeah, you're gonna have to watch it. As is everybody else who might be watching. But as live streams go, for entertainment, and that was actually a pretty good one. This is, I have to say, a very nice person. They had no reason to stay with me. They really did not. And strangely enough, the thing I'm most proud of is that through the entire thing, I didn't lose my... I did not swear like a sailor. I was so tempted to swear like a sailor. My mental language was basically unprintable. unprintable, but I did not. I remained my usual PG related person. I was actually quite proud of that. Oh no, the trick to not hurting your ankles is when you get that warning symbol, is that conical red symbol, is go slow. You know, you don't just run, you don't just keep going, you go a bit like I'm doing now, right? You stop and you move, you stop and you move. That apparently is the trick to not spraining your ankles. So yeah, no. When you're overloaded or you've got that stress symbol, you don't just run. Walk. You move a bit, slow a bit, move a bit, slow a bit, you know, and then everything works well. No. That's the temptation. You think, oh, I can just keep going. No. You stop and slow, stop and slow. That seems to work for me. And that's what I would suggest, because I have been grossly overloaded and got that warning, and I still haven't managed to sprain my ankles. Now, next time, tomorrow morning, there's no guarantee I'm not going to do that, but still, who knows? Oh, I just gave the game away, did I not? Ha! Yeah. In all honesty, if you want to learn how to play the Long Dark, I grant you, my series will give you some idea, because I am basically inept and have no idea what I'm doing. But at the difficulty level that I'm playing, which is Voyager, yeah, it'll give you a fairly reasonable idea of how to play. Now, granted, you've got to listen through 100-something hours of my commentary, but I've made it through 229 days, I think. So, at the level that I'm playing, I got some moderate idea of what I'm doing, except when it comes to dying in blizzards, but that's a whole different story. Oh, of course I'm enjoying Journey. Hey, look! We've got almost the same length of scarf. To be honest with you, this is the bit I don't really care for. I know the whole purpose of this section is basically to kill you, but and as far as I'm concerned, this represents late adulthood. You know, you're in your 60s or 70s, you still think you can do things, but the reality is your health is dying. And given that I'm 59 myself, I tell you what, I mean, you know, when you're young, you know, you don't think about dying. I don't actually mind dying, per se. What I mind is the method of dying. I don't actually care that much if I die. I just don't want to die in an unpleasant fashion. And I want to live long enough to see my son, who is 16, no, he's nearly 17. I want to see him grow up and become a man and you know, graduate. I want to see that. So give me another 10 years or so. But I don't actually care that much. Oh, good lord, this is going to be more difficult than I expected. I tell you what though, the one thing I really want to see, I want to live long enough to see evidence of life on another planet. Oh, crap and bollocks. Oh, good grief, I just swore like hell, didn't I? I'm so terribly sorry. Ah, goodness. Does crap and bollocks count as profanity to YouTube? Because I almost never swear. That's news to me, COVID. I mean, when I first played this game, which was, oh grief, it was the PS4 version of the game, and I can't remember how long it had been out at that point. I mean, it was still the same game I'm playing now. Oh no, the resurrection moment is fantastic. I mean, you know, if you believe in an afterlife, the death and resurrection part is fantastic. Even if you don't believe in an afterlife, you know, that is the best bit of the game. Emotionally, that's why we do this, is it not? You know, we go through the game, and then, and I mean, I do it just because the resurrection part is so fantastic. Oh no, the paradise as it is now is simply great. I love it. I can draw, if you want, analogies between I can draw analogies between the Christian concept of heaven and the idea of free will in heaven, and this. I can draw, and I'm pretty certain they don't intend that, but no, it's still fantastic. Now, personally, I think when I die, I am just gone forever, but that's maybe just me. I certainly hope so. The idea of living for eternity would drive me crazy. Oh, I'm almost done, COVID. Have a good day, mate. Thanks for coming along. Now, you see, I find this a bit weird. You've got these 6, or whatever they are, looking at you as if they're in judgment. And it still seems to me to be rather foreboding. I mean, I know you resurrect, but they are not. I won't say they're nice about it. Oh no, I want to know who that was. Oh, they're still here! Yay! Hang on, where are they? Hello, Alistair. How are you doing? Sorry, I can't pay too much attention because I'm trying to play the game and say hi. Why do I get the feeling that everybody who watches me playing Journey knows each other? I know somebody made a comment, but right now I'm not in a position to respond, so apologies. I should play Journey more often. You lot seem like a nice bunch. Yeah, but why do you watch me, for heaven's sake? Well, I'm a noob. Please don't call me a noob. I will get very irritated if somebody calls me a noob. I hate that designation. I get it from Minecraft. Hang on a second. Where is the person that was with me? I'm a wayfarer? What the heck is a wayfarer? Okay, did they go ahead of me? I'm okay, hang on. What do you mean, the character I play as? I mean, how many ways are there to play the game? Seriously. No, I'm gonna actually sit there while I wait for an answer. I mean, is Wayfarer a good thing or a bad thing? I literally don't know. I've literally played this for, hang on. My total playtime on Steam is 8.1 hours, and 8.1 hours is the Oh, okay. Now, I've literally played this game for 8 hours total, according to Steam. 8 hours. I've played, you know, when you compare how long I've played The Long Dark, I mean, I've played The Long Dark for 190 hours, all on live stream, live stream mostly. And then you compare the number of hours I've played Minecraft or Sky, Children of the Light. Well, I hope I'm not a Phil. No, this game has fond memories for me, which is why I keep coming back to it, because, to be honest, I know I will meet somebody in the game who is worth knowing. I wish they were still here. Now you're getting beyond me. I still remember the first time I did this, and I thought, oh my goodness, they waited for me. They waited! Oh my goodness, that was so nice of you. I wouldn't have done. I sometimes regard myself as an empathic individual, but would I have waited? That is so nice of them. Sometimes in this game and Sky, Children of the Light, people, if I ask for help or don't ask for help, and maybe just me, they are terribly, terribly nice. And one day I might do a rant about how the nature of games changes people, but I'm not sufficiently equipped at this moment. I have sat over friends because they had a poor internet connection, just to make sure they'd be okay, and because I didn't want them to be alone. Now, was I watching over them literally, physically in real time? No, I didn't. But my avatar was, basically sitting over them. Because I'm a big softie, despite the way I look, and didn't want them to feel alone, even though they would never know and were asleep. So what can I say? I mean, let's face it. I probably don't look like the most empathic person in the world, but no, there are times what can I say? I'm actually running out of words to try and describe myself. I mean, for heaven's sake. Well, I'm sorry, Alistair, that makes you a little bit... How do I put this politely? Dubious. My general policy is never, ever take advantage of new players. I mean, I take offense in the Minecraft world for calling new players noobs. They're not noobs, they're new players. You don't have to have a pejorative for them. If you come across new players in online Minecraft, help them. Be nice to them. It doesn't cost you anything. Oh, good grief. Look, I've got a basic policy when it comes to kindness. It never hurts to be kind. Anybody who is not kind, I sincerely do not want to know them. kindness is everything in humanity. Humanity is a complex sort of thing. We go to war with each other, we kill each other, we hate each other, but in the end of the day, to keep our civilizations going, we are ultimately kind. And I encourage everybody to be kind. Being kind doesn't even mean that you have to be empathic. I would prefer people to be empathic and kind. Most of us can't do things at a great level, right? But I tell you what, if I walk down the street and there's a homeless person there, I will probably give them £1. And I don't care what... I've actually been told doing that, oh, he'll just spend it on booze or drugs. And I say, if it helps him get through the next day, who cares? I just did a kind thing. If I smile at somebody, for whatever reason, and they respond, I think, that's a good thing for me to do. Prove me wrong. Why is it being kind to people is wrong? It's not. Being kind is never, ever wrong. Oh, no. Okay, so, switching around. No, I think new players should go through it the first time on their own. Absolutely. Like Sky, Children of the Light. I think people should go through Eden the first time on their own. And, okay, that was unexpected. Who is Journey? Yeah, but seriously, what's the chances I would come across somebody called Journey along the way? Who the heck is Journey? Oh God, please don't tell me that was a developer or something. I will never unlive that experience. Alright, look guys, I'm not actually going to quit at this point because talking to you is so much fun. I actually have to go use the toilet, so give me 3 or 4 minutes and I will be right back. Are we okay with that? Well, I'm afraid you don't have much choice, but I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, sorry, I'm back. What were we talking about? No, no, it was weird having somebody called Journey show up. It's like if you're playing Minecraft and somebody shows up called Herobrine. By the way, in Minecraft, apparently, there is a player called Herobrine. He's got the account name, so, you know. Hey, but look, I don't get to complain. They were quite nice. So, you know. What's my graphics? But one of the things that arguably my son introduced me to, but I was kind of aware of it, was the concept of the noob, the new player. And experienced players looked down on them. And to be honest with you, I find calling new players noobs to be despicable. You do not get to disparage new players. You were a new player once. I'm a new player in the Journey community. You call me a noob, I am going to be quite irritated. So don't disparage new players. If I started playing, say, Skyrim online right now, do I deserve to be insulted by people who've been playing for the last X number of years? No, I do not. Oh, you're very welcome, Pep. I actually need to go and eat myself, but I'm still going to finish my rant about toxicity. Any community should be free of toxicity towards new players. New players ought to be encouraged, given advice. Look, if I played some online shoot 'em up, which I don't, and I came across a completely new player, no, that's a perfectly valid perspective. But I'm actually taking it beyond Journey. Alright? I remember one conversation I saw. I tried to start a Minecraft channel many years ago, which does not exist anymore. I deleted it. And as a result, I tried to promote the videos I was making. And therefore I got into a bit of the Facebook community. And I remember this conversation in particular. This new player was saying, I did this and that and the other in the game. Does that make me a pro player? Now, you got to understand, to me, when someone says professional, that means they're being paid to do whatever it is they're doing. So no, obviously they weren't a professional. But, you know, in the Minecraft community, the new player, the experienced player, and the professional player mean different things. And so this piece of dog manure hit on this person in a terrible fashion. I regarded them as... I looked at this comment and I thought, that is completely inappropriate. This new player found diamonds within an hour of playing. Congratulations, that's to be congratulated. That's a good thing. Encourage them. Well done, you got lucky. But this other player basically did the equivalent of smacking about the face and being nasty. There was no reason. There is no reason to be nasty to a new player unless you yourself are a fairly horrific individual. I mean, if you're nasty in a game, I'm going to say you're most likely to be nasty in real life, or have tendencies towards that. I could be wrong, but doing it online in a Facebook channel /forum is not good. So I actually said to this particular person, okay, you consider yourself to be a professional, right? And I can't remember his response to that. So I said, okay, can you tell me how to construct a redstone circuit that will give you the precise moment a furnace goes from the state of burning to not burning? Because I know how to do that, and I came up with that circuit myself. And this person never responded. So my point was, and I think I actually posted this, was that just because you think somebody is a new player and you're a professional doesn't mean in Minecraft that you are truly good at the game. Because, redstoners are one section of the game, adventurers are another, base builders are another. You do not get to decide who is a new player and who is a professional, because professionals, of course, get paid for what they do. So, and I'm the same all the time. I mean, this time around, this person helped me, I kept them company. If I had left this person, I would have felt guilty, so I didn't. Other games I'm trying to think of. I don't the only other online game I play is Sky, Children of the Light, which of course Journey is the prequel to. And honestly, for the last few days, I have been a bit burned out with Sky. It happens every few months. I just have enough and I don't do it. But I will never do things that people have attempted to do with me in Sky. On the other hand, I will help as much as I can. Sky is that kind of game. Very early in the game, I had somebody try to get hearts from me, and I had no idea what they were talking about. But this is apparently a fairly... There are people who will make friends with you, follow you around, spend candles on upping your friendship levels, and then say, can you give me hearts? Please give me hearts. Give me presents. That is such a terrible attitude, and completely. But the rest of the game, the rest of the people, I have literally live streamed a wingless character in Sky saying, "Can you please help me?" And that person has helped. And that's happened to me 2 or 3 times. And I think games like Sky, which encourage kindness, are tremendously valuable to society. And maybe I'm wrong, you know. Look, maybe I am an anachronism. I think being kind to people is a good thing. I think helping people is always a good thing. And if you get it wrong, that doesn't matter. The concept is you're helping people. I know perfectly well I've given homeless people money and they've gone out to spend it on drugs or alcohol. I don't care. I helped them. In that brief time, I helped them. Why should I not be kind? It's always good to be kind. And if you are religious, if you are Christian, it is your duty to be kind. I'm not a Christian. I'm an atheist, and I still find time to be kind. What can I say? Right, talking about that, I have to be kind to my stomach. So I will sorry, I will have to leave this with you, and thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all okay, now I have to stay. Hey, Raving Madness, Now I feel I should talk more. I tell you what. Give me. No, seriously, guys. Give me 2 minutes. I need to fill up my water here for reasons of health and kidney stones, and I will happily come back and talk more. If that's, would you like me to do that? No, seriously. I mean, video games are fun, but if you want me to come back and talk about other things, I will happily come back and do it. Because I am notoriously informed about everything. Tell you what, give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes, and I'll come back and we can decide whether or not I should carry on talking about stuff other than Journey. How about that? Alright, give me 3 minutes, and I'll see you soon. Bollocks. So, how many of you are still around and who want to hear me rant and rave about kindness? I will wait. So, kindness. I have a general policy about kindness. Being kind is never a bad thing, okay? I haven't played No Man's Sky in so long. But, look, let me just talk about kindness. I encourage my son, who is 17 next month. I believe he is a kind person. He is very young. He's going through some things at this time, and I positively affirm to him every day that he should be kind. Because kindness costs very little most of the time. You smile at somebody, you say good morning, you shake their hand and say how are you doing, and then you listen to their response. I remember once when I was in my 20s, I did that. I was having a bad day, and that person that I said, no, I'm having a crap day, he completely... No, kindness doesn't cost anything. Kindness is almost altruism. Now, altruism is a bit of a complicated concept. Altruism is arguably the idea that you give without expectation. Oh no. I disagree. Yes, if you're kind, you can be exploited. This is true. But you're still being kind. And that is a general policy I think is tremendously good. No, if you're taken for naive, if you're a country that's taken for naive, and your policy is kindness, I think that's still good. Naivety is not the same as kindness. Kindness is, I'm going to do a positive thing for somebody, even though I know they may take it for naivety. I have experienced that in my life, and guess what? I don't care. I seriously don't care. There are people out there who may think you're a naive person. No, I knew perfectly well that you might want to take advantage of me, and I was still kind. Kindness is not the same as naivety. Yeah, no, obviously they will. It takes a certain, I will say, it takes a certain mental strength to say, I will be kind even though people might misjudge me. Yeah, no, wasting time on people is a perfectly good thing. You have no idea. I'm trying to think of a specific example. Hang on a second. I just want to... get my clock going over here. There we go. No, I mean, I know I've been kind to people who mistook it for naivete. That's fine. As long as you know that can happen, it doesn't matter. You are still kind to a person who maybe needed it. Yeah, no, sometimes, look, I have, let me see, there are 3, maybe 4 people in my life that I am deliberately kind to, and I expect nothing in return. My son is obviously one. Obviously. He's my son. I love him unconditionally, and I always will. I know somebody from Malaysia, and if she watches this, she will know what I mean. I am kind to her because she needs someone like me to be kind to her. And as far as I know, I am the only person in her life who is kind to her simply for being kind. I know another person who is a bit more questionable, and yet my general policy is be kind to them because they have their own problems. And I can't remember the 4th person now. Oh, my mother, maybe. So, being kind, whether you feel good about it or not, is always worth doing. And I personally think that is the way countries should behave. If everybody was kind to each other, we wouldn't have everything that is going on in the world right now. But there is no... I think countries can be kind to each other. I think the problem with countries is they get lost in concepts or ideology. If every country in the world said, we will take care of you, how much better would life be? I think it would be fantastic. I actually do have a motto for life. And it's not my motto for life is here's my moral statement. Do what you will, but harm nobody. Now that sounds very easy, but it means you do not harm people physically, you do not harm anybody mentally, you do not harm yourself physically, and you do not harm yourself mentally. So if you bear that in mind, the whole concept of do what you will but harm nobody is actually a practically impossible achievement, but you should nonetheless attempt to do your best to achieve it. Now, to do that, you have to understand yourself and others. Now me, anybody who knows me will say this person should not be in a romantic relationship, and I do not engage in romantic relationships anymore because I am simply terrible at them. So you know, it's a very complicated and very in-depth concept. Do what you will, but harm nobody, including yourself, including others, including mental and physical harm, and everybody perceived that in the same way that I do or you do, everything would be so much better, do you not think? No. I have been married twice in my life. Twice. And both times, arguably, now looking back, I shouldn't have done it. I don't know, honestly, whether both my ex-wives ever loved me or whatever, but the kind thing would have been done not for them to be in a relationship with me. Yes. Yeah, doing a good thing to one person. No, it doesn't matter if they pass it on. Just doing a good thing. I've got an example in my head. Oh grief, when was this? This was 2-3 years ago. I came across a £10 note on the floor, and I picked it up, and right next to me there was a homeless person. Now I picked this up and I thought, I can keep this, or I can give it to the person who is homeless. And I gave it to the person that was homeless, and I could genuinely have used that £10, but the person that was homeless could have used it better, so I gave it to them. If things had been a bit different, if I had arrived 5 minutes later or 5 minutes earlier, I would never have seen that £10 on the floor, and my life would not have been affected at all. So I gave that £10 to a homeless person. And I don't care. They might have bought a bottle of vodka. They might have bought marijuana. I don't care. They were, for a day at least, maybe 2, helped in their life. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not saying that you should. Look, even a smile at the right time can help. You ever smiled? Yeah. Or Sky. Sky is more of a. Actually, in Sky, I think Sky encourages kindness more than Journey does. But Sky encourages self-sacrifice. If you go through Eden, or if you help somebody go through Eden, the first time you go through it is almost catastrophic. I mean, the first time I went through Eden, I had no idea what I was doing. And I still gave away the wings I had collected because that seemed to be the thing to do. But I thought there was going to be this general principle where I would need the wings at some final point, and then I died. And then I realized how selfish I had been. So, I wish there were more games like Sky, to be honest with you. I don't think there is a debate about violent games. I don't think violent games are inherently bad. If you argue that violent video games are bad, then you're also arguing that violent movies are bad. If you argue that violent movies are bad, then you are arguing that violent books are bad. And if you're arguing that violent books are bad, ultimately you come down to, I don't know, the Bible. And the Christian Bible is violent and horrific and what can I say? Reading about violence doesn't make you violent. I don't play violent video games anymore. Mostly don't play them because I'm tired of the concept. Mostly I like Journey. I like The Long Dark. Now yes, there's violence in The Long Dark, but it is optional and it is necessary for survival, which is not the same thing as something like a Doom game where your whole purpose is to slaughter everything you see. No, there is an argument to be made that violence in video games can help you exorcise the violence in your mind. To which I can say, yeah, that's absolutely possible. I would never say, here's the thing. Are there any books I would say to my nearly 17-year-old son he shouldn't read? Nope. He can read anything he wants. And if I say that, then he can, as far as I'm concerned, play any video game he wants, because violence in a book, in my mind, is not that much difference from violence in a video game. So yeah, I have not played Left 4 Dead 2. I'm not about to. I'm trying to remember. There is... Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it. There is a quote by Doctor Who about kindness. Are you a Doctor Who fan? Have you heard of Doctor Who? Well, if the person is so desperate that they take inspiration Oh, okay. No, the problem is people in desperate situations, yes, you're absolutely right. They will. Violence is an easy thing for them to resort to. Hate is an easy thing. And I haven't even talked about hate. But if you're kind, hate doesn't become into it. No, educating people is by far the better choice. Hang on a second. I'm just going to drag this over. So I can look at the camera and seem more sincere when I say this. There is, if you're familiar with Doctor Who is this arguably brilliant show from the United Kingdom. And he has this really defining speech about kindness, and it starts like this. This was Peter Capaldi, who is arguably the best Doctor. I say arguably because everyone wants to say Tennant, but I like Peter Capaldi very much. And this is what he says about kindness. Winning! Is that what you think it's about? I'm not trying to win. I'm doing this because I want to beat someone, or because I hate someone, or because I want to blame someone. It's not because it's fun. God knows it's because it's easy. It's not even because it works, because it hardly ever does. I do what I do because it's right, because it's decent, and above all, it's kind. It's just that, just kind. If I run away today, good people will die. If I stand and fight, some of them might live. Maybe not many, maybe not for long. Hey, maybe there's no point to any of this at all, but it's the best I can do, so I am going to do it, and I will stand here doing it until it kills me. And you're going to die too, someday. And how will that be? Have you thought about it? What would you die for? Who am I is where I stand. Where I stand is where I fall. Stand with me. These people are terrified. Maybe we can help a little. Why not? Just at the end, just be kind. And honestly, I think that is a fantastic thing. Why not, just at the end, just be kind? I know it comes from a fictional character, but I still think that is a fantastic speech. If you can find it on YouTube or something, I'm pretty certain it's on YouTube. And listen to Peter Capaldi delivering that speech. Yeah. That brings shivers down my spine. Seriously, every time I read it. And it reflects so much of me. I don't hate anybody. Now, because I'm English, I mostly don't care. But I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody because their skin colour, or because they have a different sexuality, or because their gender identity is other than what I'm used to. I don't hate them for that. Why would I? It doesn't cost me anything. The people who hate others for being other than themselves, arguably they hate themselves. I don't get it. I seriously don't understand this hatred people have for people other than themselves. And this can be very minor. Now, in America is the obvious place to make this comparison. You know, there are conservatives who hate Democrats. Why? I don't get it. The difference between Democrats and conservatives in the United States is so minor, it is ridiculous. They are both right-wing, heavily capitalist, totally bribable, corrupt political parties. They are. There is so little difference between the two of them. It's stupid. And yet, that minor difference has divided the country to the point that it is right now. And I don't get it. Hate has become a religion in the United States. And I lived there for 16 years. And I know about hate and discrimination and corruption in the United States. I lived there. And this is why I don't live there anymore. And that was before the current situation came to light. Both sides, I think, I'm not going to go deep into politics because I honestly don't get politics. Well, no, that's not true. To some extent I do. I understand politics as a method of power. The current American situation comes about because it was a means of propagating power. Yeah, that's how it works. I do not think that's how it should be. I think government should be about taking care of the people. And the countries in the world that take the best care of their people are universally, by any metric you care to understand it, the happiest countries in the world. and they're not American. America comes so down low on that list. It's so obvious the American system doesn't work. It's ridiculous. The Scandinavian / European / oh grief, Japanese and Singaporean and I think Taiwanese systems work so much better for the average person than America does. It's ridiculous. Oh no, I would say to anybody in the world, if you want a land of opportunity, come to Europe. Don't go to America. It makes no sense to go to America, especially now. For heaven's sake, why would you go to America? And I lived there. Trust me, I lived there for 16 years. I loved America, the continent. I really did. America, the continent, the people, they're fine. People are always fine. America, the country, the concept. No, that is profoundly toxic. The country is not the same as the people, which is why when I on Sky, Children of the Light, when I go through Eden, I mute the music because the owner of that copyright has decided that he doesn't want people in Russia and Belarus to hear that music. And I'm like, I don't get that, so I will therefore mute that music. So if anybody in Russia or Belarus wants to watch my content, they can. I don't care about Russians or people in Belarus. They're perfectly decent people. Now, the government, that's a different thing. Not my problem. And I have gone far more into politics than I ever intended. And hopefully, nobody will ever watch this part of the video. But no. Here's my ultimate thought before I sign off, because I have to go eat something. Look, if any political person or somebody with a political opinion watches this, all I can say is, why are you not kind? And if you don't have a decent answer, please don't watch me anymore. But right now, I actually have to go and get something to eat. I tell you what, Raving Madness, if you think people will listen to me while I play a video game, shunt them my way, and I will be happy to try and convert the world to a genuinely decent place. But I am genuinely exhausted. How long have I been streaming this? I have no idea. Hang on a second. I think I must be exceeding 3 hours. Because my brain is quietly dying over here. Hang on a second. Yeah, no, it's thoroughly time for me to go. I know nobody's going to watch this, but who knows? Maybe I can become a political commentator. In the meantime, look, thank you so very much for watching. Go over to YouTube and subscribe to me, or follow me on Twitch. I am frankly exhausted. Talking about politics or kindness. Yeah, that's actually not that easy to do. So anyway, have a good day, y'all, and I will see you next time.